Every single day, the moment you open your eyes, you're faced with a choice. Is today just something to get through, or is it an opportunity? The day itself doesn't decide that for you. You do. And that one little choice, well, that's the foundation of everything we're about to get into right now. And let's be real, life is just full of stuff we can't control, right? You get stuck in traffic, you spill your coffee, a big project at work goes sideways. It happens. This quote just nails it. The real power isn't trying to control all that chaos. It's in mastering the one thing you actually truly own, how you respond to it. Now, just to be super clear, this is not about pretending problems don't exist or just slapping a fake smile on your face. That doesn't help anyone. True positive thinking is way smarter than that. It's a strategic choice. It's about looking at a challenge and saying, okay, where can I put my energy? What can I actually do right now, instead of getting bogged down by what you can't change? Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. Let's look at how two totally different ways of thinking can lead to completely different outcomes from the exact same situation. So check this out. In both of these cases, the event is identical. A failed exam, a lost job. That's the reality. But the story you tell yourself about it, that changes everything. Thinking, I'm a failure is a dead end. It just shuts you down. But thinking, this is a lesson, well, that's a starting line. It opens up a path forward. The situation didn't change, but your mindset changes what happens next. So the big question is, how do we get better at this? Well, here's the great news. A positive mindset isn't something you're just born with. Nope, it's a skill. It's a muscle. And just like any muscle, the more you work it, the more you practice, the stronger it gets. You're literally training your brain. And here's your workout plan. It's super simple. First, every single night, write down 3 good things that happened. It doesn't matter how small. This forces your brain to scan for the positive. Second, every morning, look in the mirror and say one kind thing to yourself. Just one. It sets the tone for the whole day. And third, and this one is a total game changer. When that little voice in your head says, I can't, you have to talk back to it. You just reply, I'll try. That tiny shift takes you from a closed door to an open one. And the thing is, these little actions, they start to add up. It's like a snowball effect. You start to see opportunities where before you only saw roadblocks. You start to feel hope where fear used to live. You're kind of tuning your brain to a new frequency, and before you know it, little by little, your whole world starts to look and feel different. So let's bring this all home with one final, really powerful idea that shows just how much our inner world creates our outer world. I want you to think of it like this. Your mind is a garden, and every single thought you have is a seed. What you choose to plant in that garden, day in and day out, is exactly what's going to grow in your life. So if you're constantly planting seeds of doubt, seeds of I'm not good enough, seeds of worry, what do you think the harvest is going to be? It's predictable, right? You're going to end up with a life that feels like it's overgrown with fear and limits. The garden just grows what you plant. But what if you get intentional about it? What if you choose to plant seeds of confidence, of possibility, of belief in yourself? Well, then you start to cultivate a totally different reality. You create the perfect conditions for success and resilience to just bloom. You get to be the gardener of the life you actually want. And that's really what this all boils down to. Life isn't always going to be easy. But this is about remembering that you are more powerful than your problems. Your greatest strength, the one thing no one can ever take from you, is your perspective. Your mindset is your power. So that leaves us with just one question. And it's not a trick question. It's a choice you get to make right now and in the next moment and the one after that. What seeds are you going to plant today?